Hello, our beautiful, handsome, and wonderful grade 4 students. We're back here today to talk about English Task 2, Researching a Food Web. All right, so once you finish watching this video, here's what we're going to do. First, you're going to take a look at the slides to see what do you need to figure out today. Here's our questions. How can you know that an organism is a producer? What's the difference between a primary and secondary consumer? How can you know that an organism is a decomposer? Now, those are things we learned in previous lessons, and hopefully you can remember by now. If not, you'll need to go back and review. Okay, these are things that we do need to know. Okay, once we figured all that out, we're going to be using a research resource to select a biome using a website, which is our source. And through that resource, we're going to try and figure out from the different organisms that they list on that website, what are two producers, what are two primary consumers, what are two secondary consumers, and if there are any decomposers or not. We can add them too. So let's click this link to open up the research page in another tab. Now we're going to think back to task 1 where you selected 3 different biomes that you're interested in learning about. And you're going to pick one of them here to be the one that you will do the research with today. Okay, so let's say I choose one. Now we get a nice resource that tells us some information about that biome and different plants and animals, organisms that tend to live there. Okay, now looking back at our activity, you're going to be answering these questions first to make sure this knowledge is nice and fresh in your brain, because it's going to help you figure out maybe which ones are producers, which ones are consumers, decomposers. Once you've got all these questions finished and you've listed the name of your biome and you've written down your source, which is that website, we're going to try and figure out what these are. Now, these articles are not going to tell you this is a producer, this is a consumer, this is a decomposer. You're going to have to use your critical thinking skills to figure that out. Okay, so that means you have to know what those things are really well. So we're going to skim and scan through the article to try and figure out, find some names of different plants and animals. Here's one: duckweed, cattails, sedges. Using our critical thinking skills, can we figure out if those are producers, consumers? Okay. You'll go through, after reading about the plants, you'll look at animals too. Skim and scan, find some names here. Chinchilla. Is it a producer? Is it a primary consumer? Is it a secondary consumer? The information might be here, it might not. If not, well, we've got our good friend Google. You're welcome to search more. If I can't find that information about the chinchilla, well, I can type in chinchilla and do a little bit more research. Maybe here we go, a zoo website. That might teach me about them. There we go, look at that. Size, fun facts. Might tell habitat and diet, what they eat. Ooh, that'll tell us if they are a primary or secondary consumer. Okay. So, with all that knowledge, you should be able to fill out this table. Okay, do your best work and then double check. You can submit. Thank you very much and good luck.